Coffee varietals and methods of processing coffee beans. First, let's tackle the classification of coffee beans. For coffee varietals, which is the Robusta, Excelsa, Arabica, and Liberica. Varietal, which means coffee beans from one country or region, which stands for real. So first, we have Robusta. Robusta, it grows on larger trees that are better suited to heat and irregular rainfall. Robusta coffee is naturally bitter and is used primarily in instant coffee, espresso, and as a filler in certain blends of ground coffee. The second varietal is Excelsa. Excelsa was recently reclassified as variety of Liberica. This beans has a distinct and unique taste profile, contains the tart, fruity characteristic of a lighter roast and the strong, rich profile of a dark roast.
Wow!
Yeah, it was actually first discovered in 1903. The next varietal is Arabica. Arabica trees are relatively small and like apple trees can be easily kept, prone to no more than 6 tall for easy harvesting. Arabica beans are often considered superior in taste and have a smoother, sweeter taste with flavor, notes of chocolate, and sugar. Arabica is a species of coffee originally indigenous to the forests of southern highlands of Ethiopia. The last one we have Liberica. Liberica is an entirely separate species of coffee with a very distinctive taste profile. It grows on vigorous 20 to 30-foot trees in jungle environments. It is described as smoky, nutty, floral with hints of dark chocolate, ripe berry, and spice. Liberica is the only one that has unique characteristics than the other species. It is known to have immense size, density, and mass in terms of beans. Let's proceed to the methods of processing coffee beans. First, we have natural process. In the natural process, coffee fruit, often called cherry, is harvested from its home on shrub or small tree. The natural processed coffees are set out straight away to dry in the sun skin on, meaning the beans receive the flavor from the fruit pulp sugars as part of their development. Ideally, coffee will be harvested at fully ripe red state to ensure consistency, something that's especially important in this process. In the natural process, coffee may be dried on raised beds or tables or laid out on drying patios. It may take 2 weeks or longer to achieve the desired result of the fruit being completely dried. The next method is washed process, also known as wet processing method. It is the other main way to process coffee. In the wash process, all of the fruit flesh is removed mechanically from the coffee bean before the beans are dried. Removing of the fruit flesh is done with a machine called the pulper. After the pulping, the beans are put to water tank where fermentation process will remove the remainder of the fruit flesh. The wash process leads to bright and acidic flavors in the cup. It's commonly highly appreciated among roasters and baristas. The last one is honey process. The honey process is used commonly mainly in Central American countries such as Costa Rica and El Salvador. The cherries are mechanically depulped, but the depulping machines are set to leave a specific amount of flesh on the beans. After depulping, the beans go straight to the drying tables or patios to dry. As there are less flesh surrounding the beans, the risk of over-fermentation is lower than in natural process. When well done, honey processed coffee have positive attributes from wash and natural coffees, sweetness or of natural and brightness of wash.